Hello, good evening. I hope you're ready for more fox ear fluffing your Karmatrin. We're picking up where we left off last week. About halfway through the third day, I believe. And Jill is apparently currently doing her best impression of a Minecraft villager. Ah, boss, you're back. Yeah, sorry about not being here earlier. What were you doing? I had a brief meeting with my BTC regional manager. Oh, is everything alright? Yeah, it's alright as it can be, considering that we're closing eventually. Just a second, I'm having to adjust the volume on my end, it's a little too loud. When will that happen? I don't know. Ryan said that we'll be safe for a few months while the paperwork is filed and everything's being put in order. Oh. I was also talking to him about you. About me? Yeah, I was telling him to do whatever it takes to ensure you don't spend too much time without a job. If possible, to reassign you ASAP after closing. Hey, if it helps, Ryan might be the angriest of us all. They want to close the only bar in the whole area that hasn't given me any headaches, he said. Heh. What about Gil? He's the one that worries me the most, actually. He's kind of working using the credentials of another guy that was working here before. Who? The one who bought a levitation potion and then threw himself off a building. Ah yes, the levitation potion, sorry. You use weird euphemisms, boss. Anyway. I find it hard to believe that Gil will find a job after all this. Just who is Gil? I have an idea who he is, but I'm still putting pieces together. Anyway, back to work. Imminent closure is no excuse to slack off. Yes, sir. You guys do know I can hear you, right? This place looks familiar. Excuse me, is this the Valhalla bar? Oh, I like her ears. She's cute. It is indeed. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh god, what is safe planning now? Excuse me? I want a drink whose name was changed after many women protested. Can you get me that? That's a piano woman, I think. Sure. It's 5 of these. 5 of these. 2 of these. 3 of these. And 3 of these. Aged and mixed. Not blended. Also, just as... good memory, thank you. Just as a side note, I think I might be a little bit sick because my throat hurts just a little bit and there's like a sore on my tongue. So I'm gonna do my best today, but if I absolutely need to, I'll probably end up having to call stream just a little bit early. Here you go. Very nice. Thanks a lot. So, you know, say, Miss... I'm Stella Hoshi. My pleasure. Yeah, I know her. She's been here before, yes? Yeah, in fact, I'm glad you know her because she left this year last time. Oh god, so she left her helmet behind. Again? Not the first time, huh? I like how this woman has cat ears, and it gives me hope that, like, in the future, I can get fox ears. Just in case, you know, I lose these ones, of course. Her helmets have been picked up by all sorts of people in the last 3 months. Valets, nurses, morticians, fire jugglers. She's been lucky enough to always leave it with people who return it, at least. Wow, quite a few people. Say's as much of a sociable girl as she is a total klutz. At least when she's not being serious. She's very competent when she puts her mind to it. I see. So does she recommend you this place, or... We're meeting here today. And I can see why she chose this place. It's the kind of place that she likes. Say, is that Kira Miki's autograph on that glass? It seems like the glass is a conversation starter. Nice. Yeah, it is. How How did you get it? She stopped here yesterday just before the concert. Really? I mean, she did? Yeah, nice girl. Can I see it? Sure. Yep, this star-like signature is hers. So your name's Jill then? Yes. Ain't this nice? Here you go. Do you like her, Miss Stella? Just call me Stella. I do. Whenever you hear her songs, you're filled with so much energy and happiness. Too bad I couldn't purchase tickets for this one. I mean, they were sold out in minutes. Luckily, I could secure a couple for the next time she comes around. Oh, excuse me for a second. Hello? Where the hell are you? Car crash? Oh, you're helping. Will it take long? Alright. Yeah, don't worry. I take it that was safe. Yes. Will you wait for her? I will. In the meantime, I feel like having another drink. One that was prepared in memory of its creator's dearest friend. Alright. I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Nothing but mammals after all. Traditionally brewed beer. Say it 3 times in a mirror, you look silly. Unnecessarily brown. Turns your teeth blue. Assholes recommended. Champagne served in a cup with some cola in it. Knocks out the drunkenness. Probably either a fancy or promo drink. Probably. Makes your tongue feel like velvet. Drinking sugar. PG rated show's favorite beer since 2040. Kind of unbearable. A punch made of innards. Makes your face red. No thermometer harmed. No relation to the Hadron Cannon on the moon. Does not represent the opinions of the Bar Pianists Union. Originally called Pretty Woman, but complained. Doesn't burn hard on the tongue. Used to actually sparkle. Sweet, light, and fruity, girly as it gets. Old chocolate milk. Small twist on the pile driver. You'd think it'd taste nice, but it doesn't. Oh, we're out. I don't actually know which one was named after a friend. Maybe a Bleeding Jane, because it's the only one with a name. You believe it's Piano Man? Okay, so my instinct is... Yeah, none of them said it was named after a friend. I'm gonna go with Jane, because it's got a name in it. One of these, 3 of these, 3 of these. Blended. Here. Maybe I'm being too cryptic, but you should know these ones already. She's not wrong. May I ask you something that might be personal? It isn't about my eye, is it? No, it's not, or at least I don't think so. I don't get to serve many cat boomers, so it's something I've been curious about. Did you go through the procedure because of a disease, or because of a fad? I'd rather not talk about it. My deepest apologies, then. It's fine. You seem to know your drinks, Jill. Well, I guess I've read a bit more than the recipe book. Do you like alcohol? Yeah, but not in the usual way. I don't drink that much outside of canned beer. But their colors, their stories, the way you need to keep them stored, their designs. It sounds a bit silly when I say it out loud. Not at all. Do you collect them or anything like that? Actually, yeah. I started with my grandpa's collection and have been slowly growing it. It's been hard because of my debts, but I managed little by little. Do you like alcohol, Stella? I'm here, right? But I'm normally more of a social drinker. Unless it's with somebody, I don't tend to drink much. I see. Sorry I'm late. Welcome. You took your sweet time. Yeah, sorry. I got caught in rush hour traffic too, and figured walking might be faster. Luckily there's a building with emergency stairs nearby, and I climbed down. Climbed down? Took an air cab. Oh. I would suggest using a ground transportation, but I'm happy to see you put safety first. Safety? No, flying cars are just way cooler. I still don't understand how they don't give you motion sickness. If I find out how I avoid it, you'll be the first to know. Anyway, I'll have whatever she orders next. I'd like a drink that was... You're at it again? Even your cryptic orders always leaving us with weird stuff. Hey, I expect only the best from whoever serves me. I need to be able to answer these kinds of orders. Still, I'm sure you're wearing poor Jill here out with that kind of stuff. She's done quite well so far, actually. Really. Thank you. Whatever, please order something normal, would you? That'll be 2 fringe weavers then. You'll have 2 drinks at once? No, we're sharing. What, like half a glass for each? Isn't it better if it's 1 for each? Don't worry, you'll see. 2 of these. Just 1 of these and a lot of this. Aged and mixed. Two French weavers. So, this one's for you and this one's for me. You said you wanted whatever I asked for, right? Oh, that way. You could have said so earlier. Oh yeah, here. Hey, so this is where I left my helmet. Thanks. You really need to be more careful with your things. Yeah, but I have spares. Those spares should be saved for when the one you're using breaks or malfunctions, not when you lose it. Those helmets cost money, you know? Yeah, sorry. Should I say that boss got her head stuck because of a jam button? Speaking of money, you still going to that meeting at the bank tomorrow? Yep, you worried? I'll refrain for now. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Don't be, it'll be fine. Rumors are just rumors. Rumors? They say something might happen at the bank tomorrow. With all the tension in the air lately, it's hard to know if it's true. As if the fear-mongering wasn't enough, people have also started spreading baseless rumors. Just yesterday, I had to stop a group of rampaging youngsters that heard the city would be leveled by bombs. Everybody's on edge. Yeah. I know you worry, but I have to go there. It's orders from the higher-ups. Tell me something, if somebody came after me, do you think they'd stand a chance? You're quite strong, but... I'll take something to protect myself, be prepared for anything. Would that make you feel safer? Maybe. I'll tell you what, after I come back, we'll get some ice cream. That way you can vent all your frustrations. Alright. Seems my vehicle is here to pick me up. You coming safe? Nah, I'll stay here a bit longer. Okay then, take care. Bye. She's such a worrywart. That means she cares about you. I'd never doubt it. Say, why does my helmet smell like bacon? Bacon? Not that I mind, I'm just curious. Well, you know how some things absorb the smell of what's nearby? It must have grabbed it from one of the ingredients. I see. Do you believe all that stuff about tensions growing and that anarchist group trying to disband the White Knights? To tell you the truth, I am a bit worried. Even in my division, there's some shady business going on, but I don't want to investigate too deeply. What kind of business? From what I understand, things like working with human traffickers or drug dealers, letting them act as they wish. Some even say that the ones that do get apprehended are the ones that have failed them in some way. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Stella always says the White Knights are just glorified mall security. She says that if it's been proven beyond a doubt that some shady business is going on, Zaibatsu Corp's main branch would separate themselves from the whole White Knight division. Something about the Associates' fear of bad PR resulting in them moving to the BPC. Sounds plausible. Yeah, it kind of worries me though, because I really like my job. And I guess a similar fear exists among the upper ranks. Lately they seem restless. Too much politics, huh? It hurts my brain. I just want to rescue people and help them. I just want to do my job without worries about politics of any kind. What are you doing at the bank tomorrow? My colonel needed to relay some information to the manager, and I was picked because he trusted me. Well, he said, you're such a simpleton that you'd never give the wrong message, but it's his intention that counts. Oh. Finally, the Dorothy has come back to Valhalla. Please refrain from doing those sitcom-like entrances. You're disturbing other clients. Oh, come on. You know the audience would have gone wild with that one. And besides, you make it sound like you have a full house. Ahem. It's uncommon to see you here 2 days in a row. I wanted to grab something before starting my shift. Grab something before they start grabbing me, you could say. Hey, you having a drink? Can I buy you one? Why yes, thank you. Honey, you should follow her example and offer me drinks more often. We'll see. What are you having? I'll have what she's having. Then I've got the perfect thing. Let's have a blueberry. One for both? One for each. Alright. Four of these. And one of these. Optional chrometry. Aged and mixed. Four of these. One of these. A lot of that aged and mixed. There you go. 2 berries. Hey, this is pretty good. See? And it's blue, like your hair. It is. So, what's your name, sweetie? Call me Say. Alright, Say, I'm Dorothy. Say. Yes, yes. Say. Yes, yes. Say. Say. Why did you just buy me a drink? I just thought you were cute as a button, so I wanted to invite you to join me. Wow, you have to be the first person to offer me a drink without having an ulterior motive. And that includes fuckboy over there. What do you mean? Trust me, when you work in my kind of field, you learn to read cues from everything. And this girl is simple to a fault. How so? You're the what you see is what you get type. That look on your face is of one that simply sees no point in lying. Coupled with the fact that you're here in what looks like your work attire tells me that you're so married to your job that sex is too far down your priority list to notice its existence. So if you invited me to a drink because you found me cute and that's the extent of it, I believe you. Thank you. You say she's the first one, but what about Deal giving you a ticket the other day? Who? Oh yeah, the little one with the dogs. No, he doesn't count. He looked like a humanoid bat. Ouch. You seem very perceptive, Dorothy, but I'm not too far behind. How so? I can tell your body is heavily modded with things that you shouldn't even have. Your tongue is a BEV069 with DNA scanning capabilities. Your skin is coated with an anti-radiation finish. Your joints are of the premium, extra flexible variety. And the most important thing, your hands. What about them? I don't know how modded your body is under your clothes. The tongue, joints, and skin are really interesting. But your hands are the MIRD-113 of Realta Industries. A model designed to shoot Class 5 bullets from its fingertips. So, Clause G of Article 17 of the Augmentations and Modifications Law on the topic of ballistic augmentations. Any humanoid or sapient creature under civilian designation that has upgraded any of its person to hold firearms of Class 3 grade or higher will be either commissioned for disarmament or sent to danger zones. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Okay? I'm not in law enforcement, I just do rescue. And even if I was, I'm not on duty right now. I wanna know though, why go through with that upgrade? My guess is self-defense, and if she's a robot, may as well take advantage. A girl's gotta take care of herself, you know? I wanna be able to deal with things if they get ugly, and this is the most discreet mod I had. Called it. Or at least I thought so. Oh, yeah. Okay then, can I give you some advice? I guess? The reason I could tell it's not your default hand model is your fingertips. The tips are a little bigger to make the cannons fit. You can get a small mod that changes them into disposable tips. Assuming they're being used for self-defense and not regular use, of course. I see. Well, I gotta go. Yes, another thing. If you aim for the arms or legs, once it's self-defense, anything more is assault. Yeah. Bye, Dorothy. Bye, Jill. Bye-bye. Please come again. I thought she was gonna take me away. You would put my mind on a vacuum cleaner for 3 years. too if I behave well. That's what happens when you underestimate people. Although I'm tempted to ask, about what? DNA reading tongue? Very prehensile, intuitive. Also, it vibrates. Extra flexible joints. Do you really need to ask? Anti-radiation coating? Hey, my skin's my first tool of the trade. I need to take care of it as much as possible. Yeah, sunburn is a type of radiation. I like her pout. And it makes it feel so soft, no matter how much it's been battered. Alright then. So, you fancy yourself a diviner? Reading people and all? Not really, I'm just quite good at reading people. I guess it's a byproduct of dealing with so many people on a daily basis. It's a bit surreal to hear that from a Lilith. What can you say about me then? Let's see. You're incredibly gay. Yeah, no, Dorothy's a really fun character. You're very, very, very sexually frustrated. It's not the act itself, but rather that your partners can't seem to satisfy you on a deeper level. There's an even deeper frustration. Something happened that's blocking you. Maybe there's someone who you know won't return your feelings. Maybe you were hurt in the past. Thus, your demeanor is that of somebody who feels like life is playing tricks on her. Like a dog whose owner never really throws the ball. Oh boy, did I actually hit the nail on the head? I was making this stuff up on the fly. All of that was just rubbish, I say, because it's right 80% of the time. Generic bullshit, if you will. You'd be surprised at the amount of sexual frustration people hold. I can't read you, honey. You're far too good at putting on a professional face. But this definitely gives me more insight into you. Lucky, lucky. Aren't you late or something? I am, but if you'd let me satisfy your frustrations, I could stall for some time. Go. Fine, fine. Bye-bye, honey. Artificial intelligence has come rather far, eh? One wonders how artificial it remains. Shut up, fuckboy. Everything done? Yeah. Hey boss, this might seem random, but do you remember the first time I came to the bar? When you came to submit your contract? Yeah, why? Well, for some reason I've been hung up on it since this morning, and I just realized why. The visage that welcomed me back then was Gil trying to pull your hand out of a jar. Oh yeah, that. I can't remember what exactly, but something fell inside and I tried to retrieve it. I just kind of put my hand in and it got stuck. It was a friend's jar too, so I couldn't just break it. Hey Gil, how did you get my hand out of that jar? A straw and some butter. Oh yeah, clever solution. Yeah, and that brings me to the random thought. That incident, the helmet yesterday. The many times your foot got stuck on something for stomping it. Boss, why did he get stuck in so many different things? Huh. Now that you mention it, I remember this one time she tried to eat a big sandwich and her jaw got stuck. Then there was the incident with the TV. I'll admit my fault with the others, but the TV incident was not my fault. The assembly instructions for that stand should have labeled their Z and S better. You saw what happened when I switched the S2 piece with the 5Z one. No, that's totally understandable, actually. Still, Jill's onto something here. Ahem. Yes, she is. Now, go clean the dishes and you can leave for today. I like to think she'll make an effort now to avoid getting stuck in things. I want to believe. Everything will turn out alright in the end, don't worry. I did not get the flawless service bonus because that bitch came up, gave me a cryptic order and didn't like it. Anyway. $800 has been charged to your account to renew your membership to Shining Fingered. Jill's subscription got renewed. She'll have no problem focusing at work today. Cool, I don't need to pay for it. Yeah, happy not birthday! You really like that website, huh? I have needs. You know, the service industry fucking sucks. In the last thread, no shit posting allowed. Did that one anon left? I think so. I never left, I was just lurking to not cause any trouble. Don't worry, we're here for you. Any ideas for the Great Revelation? Do you know if you like her yet? Look, I just don't want to ruin our friendship. We know each other since we're very young. Oh, this is the same thread from earlier. Happy face. Stop forcing Alice. So we hate Alice now? Good. It's just that we haven't heard any news yet. Remember that time that they posted here to announce an attack? Yeah, and I remember the cybercrime unit up the admin's ass. December 17th will come. The second retribution birthday is coming. That font. Oh boy, spooky font, it's happening. Haha, time for despair. This is the same thread as... This is also the same thread. It's officially happening. What do you think will happen? Probably nothing. Last time it was the leaks. I think Alice jumped the shark with that one because it seems hard to top. Maybe more leaks? Sounds unlikely. I don't think the government will let that happen twice. If there's an exclamation mark, at least one is new, so it's this one. But this is Alice we're talking about. There's nothing they can't do. What if that spooky message wasn't really Alice, but just an epic prank? Who would hack a site like this just for a prank? Not me. You're right though, it might be someone else. We'll have to wait and see. What was the date again? December 17th. Right, if only we knew more about the target now. Sick meme, sis. These Alice threads piss me off, fucking e-celebs. What if it had something to do with the terrorism rumors? Thread closed. Crime rate up 5% this month. Crime is up 5% this month, officially making the road to Mega Christmas a dangerous one. White Knights, aware of the situation, have promised to maintain security in all sectors, even though recent budget cuts have been decreasing the morale of their personnel. Poverty and the lack of opportunities are no longer the main causes of crime. Criminals come from all walks of life. They will murder and distribute drugs for no other reason than the fact that it gives them power. It's no longer about feeding their families, it's about domination. There are entire sectors controlled by these dangerous gangs and there's no solution in sight. This Mega Christmas will be a very dark one. Alice Rabbit might be a Kiramiki fan, and who isn't? Everybody loves Kiramiki, and Alice Rabbit is no exception. You might be wondering what's my proof for this not-so-wacky theory, and well, keep reading if you want to know. Attack patterns. This is an easy one. I'm getting tired of your shit, Miss Smithy. Intimidating. They're either messing with forces they can't grasp, or it's a ruse. You wouldn't believe this shocking Kiramiki secret. Today, we'll take a look at one of the most popular acts of our times. How did she get started? What's her favorite movie? What about her romantic life? Don't miss this exclusive interview only on the Augmented Eye. Content blocked in your region. I don't necessarily need to buy anything. Anyway. Friday, December 16th. The event is tomorrow. Good evening. Hello. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm not somebody who drinks, but I wonder if this game would be more fun when drunk. like drunk stream, where it's like, I serve drinks, well, every time I serve a drink I get drunk? I don't know. I don't drink, it's just a speculation kind of thing. Ugh. Seems you made it just in time. I think that's just a car backfiring. Really? It sounded more like a gunshot to me. Have you ever heard gunshots? Haven't we all at some point? Yeah, well... See? Sounds more like a car's exhaust. I don't know, it's too dry. Yeah, but gunshots give more echo. What if it's a firecracker? Ah, boss. Firecrackers. Yep, a couple of years ago there was an incident where some dude killed a cop. He managed to slip away because his pistol was mixed up with the usual Mega Christmas firecrackers. Nah, it sounded too hollow for firecrackers. Well, whatever. This is not a morning talk show. I'm not paying you to chit-chat about meaningless things. At least not amongst yourselves. Right, we shouldn't lose time over a car's exhaust. Hey. Dorothy's just out there, going fucking mental. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Welcome to Valhalla. This is like Harry Potter 30 years later. Hello, I'm looking for some information. What kind of information? What can you tell me about a girl nicknamed Crimson Rose? Sounds like a tacky online handle. although Tacky Online Handle is a bit redundant. Do you know anything about her? No, sorry. I have $80 here that might refresh your memory. Dude, that's like a quarter. Now that you mention it, I remember something. Really? Yeah, now I'm totally sure that I have no idea whatsoever who you're talking about. Nothing at all? Nothing. Man, you're a sucky bartender, not having any info I need. Well, first of all, why assume I just happen to have the info you conveniently need? Does that girl frequent this place? Is there any proof that I might have the info you so desperately need? Well, And second, you're not gonna get anywhere by offering me physical money. In fact, what are you doing with physical money? Do you want to get mugged so badly? Yeah, well... Moreover, even if I did know something, do you really think $80 is enough? You can do almost nothing with $80. It's not enough to have a decent lunch. Why are you scolding me? Why did you call me a sucky bartender for not conveniently having the info you need? Wait, of course, you want all deals to be clean, so you need to spend money on the bar. That's how it works, right? When I spend money, you give me the info. Maybe, maybe not. Okay then, get me a drink, but keep it under $80. What can you buy with 80 bucks? Not that, 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 not that. I could punch him in the stomach. Not that, 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 not that. Five of this and one of this. And optional Karma Train. I just, without warning, deck him in the face. There you go. Okay then, do you know anything about the girl? No. But you said... I said maybe, maybe not. Turns out that it's maybe not. You were the one deluding yourself into thinking that I might know something. And like I said, $80 is nothing. So, I need to spend more? I'll give you some intel. Spend all the money you want, but I know nothing and no amount will change that. Can I at least get my money back? Why? The order is right, isn't it? I guess. Yeah, no, like, that is something that, like, I've dealt with before and I really don't enjoy, is when somebody wants a specific answer out of you that they're not going to get because it's not true. And, like, they keep like going like at different angles, or like they try like changing their wording slightly as if you're like a goddamn chatbot, and just the right combination of things will completely change what's coming out of you. It's like, no, you can't have this for free. No, you can't have a discount. No, I don't know this thing that you're asking. Did I ever tell a story about one time I was standing at a bus stop waiting for the bus, as one does at a bus stop? And like, this is like an out-of-the-way bus stop, so like it's not very public or anything. And all of a sudden, this like car pulls up to me, and I'm terrified because this is not a place where like this is not a place that you stop at if you have a car. So like, these people are here for me, and I've got no idea who they are, so it's like terrifying. They roll down their window, they stick their head out, they're just like, "Excuse me, miss, can you give me directions to like this place?" To which I respond, "I have no idea where that is." And they're like, no, we're not gonna bother you. Just tell us where it is. And I'm like, I don't know where it is. They're like, no, listen, we're not trying to like sell you anything. We're not trying to like, you know, bother you. We just need to know where it is and then we'll leave. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter. I don't know where it is. They're like, come on, just tell us. We'll be out of your hair. And I'm just like, okay. You want to go down this road and then take the third right. And it's right there. And then they're like, thank you, was that so hard? And then they left. I have absolutely no idea where I sent them. It's entirely their fault where they ended up. Speaking about stories, on Friday I mentioned a story that would need to wait until today because it was R18. Yes, the story of Mark. Okay, so I'll do a little bit more Valhalla, then I'll tell you the story of Mark. So, why are you looking for that girl, mister? Von Delay, Art Von Delay. I'm a private detective, it's what I do. So, I'll assume you're either looking for a missing girl or working for a creepy online stalker. You're assuming the girl I'm looking for is innocent or lost. She's not. She's half of the so-called Reapers of the city. 2 guns for hire that work for whoever's resourceful enough to find them and wealthy enough to pay them. Crimson Rose and Cobalt Lily, they call themselves. They still sound more like teenagers' internet nicknames. So, who wanted you to track her? I don't know. I got the letter with the instructions and a paycheck. What if it's a prank? If I were a hired killer, what I would do... Like, if I were like a good hired killer, what I would do is I would hire a private investigator to track me down. Then if he failed, excellent. If he succeeded, I'd kill him, and then kill whoever gave information on me. I'd use it like a security test. It's like, we'll do it under my control, find out what works, and then close those gaps before somebody else decides to try. What if it's a prank? I have the money, so what do I care if it is? Besides, considering the amount I was able to cash in with that check, it'd be a pretty wasteful prank. I see. Still, any information or rumors you could give me? They don't have to be related to the girl. Why do you need them? It's always good to keep up with local goings-ons. Well, let's see. Sorry, can't think about anything right now. Most of the conversations you hear in here aren't rumor-worthy. Humor-worthy, maybe, but not much about current events. At least, not beyond what you see on the news. Damn it, what kind of bar is this if you can't gather the word on the street? What kind of film noir world do you think you live in? Gil might know something if you're so fixated on finding some kind of information. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know something that might help me, Gil? I don't. I certainly don't, and I'm offended by the suggestion that I do. He knows something. On second thought, maybe it's better if you don't get involved with him. Well, this has been a major waste of time. And here I thought all the noise BTC bars have made lately would be useful for something. Noise? What noise? You don't know? I'm asking for a reason. You'll find out soon enough, don't worry. In any case, I guess I'll have another drink and leave. What can I get you? I'll have a Grizzly Temple. Simple enough. Three of these, one of these, blended. Kind of unbearable, only for fans of the movie. Here you go. Okay then, this is gonna be deducted from the $80 from earlier, right? No. Fine. Come on, there has to be something. This week has been slow as hell. The only good thing I've heard is about this girl who threw herself off the roof of a nearby mall. And the whole thing about a woman catching her mid-air thing makes you think that it's totally made up. Aside from rumors that the Harbingers are looking to cause trouble at a bank today, no, not really. Damn it! Wait, who told you that? It appeared on the news, didn't it? Yeah, but the name The Harbingers wasn't used. No Glitch City outlet has reported that themselves. There are rumors that somebody or something is keeping them silent. And even the international outlets aren't using the name Harbingers. They're avoiding acknowledging the organization yet for some reason. So you're either one of them or somebody in the know told you about it. Wow, he can be surprisingly sharp. Yeah, Donovan D. Dawson was in here for the last 3 days, actually. Really? I wonder if he'll notice the class that idol sign. I mean, sure, I can't think of anything that would be useful involving him right now, but... it's not... Did he talk about anything interesting? Interviewing the idol that had a show a couple of days ago, dealing with messy interns? Not for the course, I guess. I see. That's... Gunshot. It's a backfire. Firecrackers! Hey, what do you think that sound just now was? It sounded like something very heavy being dropped. Something heavy? Come on, that's not even close. It was definitely more like an explosion of some kind. No, you could clearly hear the clashing of metal. Something that was both made out of metal and very heavy fell down. That's what made the sound. Whatever it is, it's not normal for it to be repeating so often. My thought is perhaps there's some kind of effect going on that is making flying cars fall out of the sky. But surely there'd be like more sounds of like panic if that was the case. I wonder if something's happening. I heard there were some gang spats going on. Maybe they took the conflict here. Which means gunshots. If that's the case, I just hope they don't come too near us. Well, I gotta go. Seems coming here wasn't a waste of time after all. Really? Really? I just have different needs. But there will come a time when this place might help me. Goodbye. Yeah, no, like... My most recent job was at a computer repair store, and there was this one guy that came in and tried everything under the sun to get a discount. Like, he showed up with a plastic bag, like a grocery store plastic bag, stuffed full of, like, old cables, and I mean, like, old cables. Like, cables that are not good for anything today. No HDMIs, no USBs, like, PS2 cables. Like, the form factor, not the console. Shit like that. And he dumps this bag of cables on the counter, and he's just like, can I get a discount in exchange for this? Can I get, like, some store credit? And because the boss was, a dumbass, he gave him the credit. So then the guy, goes to the cashier, where I'm working, and he's like, hey, can I get a veteran's discount? And I'm just like, you already got a discount. Goodbye. Please, come again. Gangs, then. Unlikely. This is unicorn territory. They've always been a neutral and important third party in other gangs' deals. Who, what now? I'll just pretend I heard nothing. Thank you. You left me thinking about the whole noise from BTC bars thing. What's up with that? I think I heard something about money laundering through bars. Don't take my word for it, though. I see. I guess I'll find out soon enough. Well, okay. I'm Streaming Chan, giving you a live video feed of my life and adventures 24/7. Bathroom time and naughty moments only available to premium users. It's only $99.99 a month. Go premium now. It's Friday night and you all know what that means. It's time for Streaming Chan's Escapades. Today's escapade is brought to you by ShiningFinger.moe, leaders of VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership and you'll get a code. Exchange the code for a free trial of a VR experience modeled after yours truly. Excuse... Today I picked the shoddiest, nastiest, smelliest, ugliest bar I could find downtown. And sadly, it actually looks half decent inside. So much for going to a crap hole bar that smells like dog urine. Excuse me. But no matter, tonight I'll give you an escapade you'll never forget. Hey you, where's the bartender? You're talking to her. Very funny, where is he, really? Right in front of you. Hey you, the pretty boy over there, where's the bartender? You're looking at him. No way. No hot, shirtless guy playing with fire and serving drinks while flirting with you? No sexy, scantily clad girl jiggling around the place? You're telling me you two, dressed like fucking waiters, are the bartenders here? Yeah. I really appreciate the chat. Seems that way. Is that a problem? Of course it's a problem. Friday nights are peak viewing hours. I need something sexy or enticing to keep them interested. Oh well, there's an easy solution to that. There is. Yeah, just take your top off. Chat's just like, let's get sexy. You might need to take off your bra too, depending on how the traffic goes. Wait, you're quite flat. Do you even use a bra? Is that piercing glare a no? Come on, one of us is gonna have to take off their top and it ain't gonna be me. I already did that once today. And it's too late to go somewhere else. By the time I find an even nastier bar, they'll be closed. What's your policy on wearing pants? Somebody tried to have me fired for wearing a skirt, so we deal with that on a case-by-case basis. That's not a concrete answer. I need binary yes-no answers. My viewers have the attention span of fruit flies. If they wanted to use their brains, do you think they'd watch something like this? Please stay with me. I need to keep them entertained, and the fact that you still have your shirt on isn't helping. Wait, I know. Give me a drink. A big one. The nastiest one you can think of. Hello. Service here, please. Wow, it's like my brain shut down. Sure. Manly and promo drinks are both nasty. Speaking of shirts, I considered, changing my shirt out for one that reads slut in block letters, like Jill has in her closet. But I reviewed Twitch's terms of service, and the bit on like what clothes you're allowed to wear, which incidentally applies to VTubers as well as people with like actual skin, is shockingly non-concrete on like what is and isn't allowed. So I decided to err on the side of caution. Yeah, Manly is Gut Punch, Pile Driver, Suplex, Mars Blast, and Crevice Spike. I don't think there's any overlap between them. Try a Vixen shirt. That's a really good idea, actually. Yeah, there's no overlap. Gut Punch feels nasty, but it's cheap. Kind of unbearable. Unnecessarily brown. Does not taste nice. This one feels unbearable. I'm a short-haired streaming chan. How do I premium? One Karmatrin. Let's give her a big one. Here you go. Alright then, cheers. I don't think you should chug it down so quickly. It's like it hit me, but I didn't feel it until a few seconds later. Is this what being kicked in the balls feels like? Yeah. Okay, I decided. I'll just get really wasted. That's gotta be fun enough, right? If you say so. Okay, in the meantime, what can you tell me about this bar? What do you mean? Weird stories, fun stuff, interesting facts. You're being seen by an average of 6,000 people. Make their time worth it. That is a lot. That is an absurd number of people. Let's see then. Last weekend we held a party for the Safe Heart Toy Company. And? It's a company run completely by dogs. Really? This place was completely overrun by corgis. Wait, corgis? Did you really serve drinks to corgis? Tuxedo-clad, talking corgis, yes. Wow, awesome. Wait, you're not shitting me, right? I wish I was shitting you, trust me. What else? Let's see. Donovan D. Dawson from the Augmented Eye was here for 3 nights in a row. That perfume chauvinistic bastard? Ah, there's that word again. Just the other day, somebody from the Augmented Eye interviewed me, actually. What did they ask? Oh, the usual bullshit. Who I was, what I did, future plans, inspirations. The one that interviewed me was this small, meek girl with glasses. She seemed a bit bitter, though. I wonder why. But enough about that. Wait, can I see that glass over there? Sure. This signature, is this Kira Miki's autograph? Yeah, she came here before her last concert. Get out! Really? Is this some kind of secret hidden bar of the stars or something? Not really, we're just in the right place at the right time. What kind of person is she when she's not on stage? I've tried to get a meeting with her and she actually seemed willing, but she's always busy. A very nice girl, actually. She seems to be completely invested in her work. She loves what she does, and it shows. You'd think that she'd be some kind of diva, but as far as I'm concerned, she's one of the nicest people I've ever met. I knew it! I knew she was nice! Her passion shows in her concerts, you know? She's so spontaneous. Her performances are never the same. Every time she sings Shine Spark, I feel like my soul is warming up like a high-performance computer. Shine Spark! I find myself singing it in the shower all the time. And those who pay premium can hear me sing every day at $99.99 a month. Go premium now. Incidentally, September is currently going on. Subscriptions are 30% off. That aside, I was about to call bullshit on what you said. But I guess you do have some sort of proof for everything. Can I keep this glass? No. Pretty please? No. Party pooper. Thank you for the subscription, I really appreciate it. But yeah, jokes aside, it is currently September, which is a thing that Twitch does. Subscriptions are all 30% off at no reduction to myself in terms of how much money I get from it. So this is like a really nice time to sub if you're thinking about it. At least this part might be more interesting than I initially thought. The one thing that'd make it perfect is if Pretty Boy over there had a pass for the KGB. Who told— Yeah, that'd be crazy, huh? Are you gonna order anything else? What? Oh, yeah, the whole getting wasted thing. I heard of a drink called a Bad Touch. Get me a big one of those, please. A big Bad Touch. Coming right up. Or this. Or this. Or this. A lot of this on the rocks and mixed. Here you go. I was expecting something dirtier. We have all the brine. I can pour in a bit if that's what you want. No, not that. Such a dirty name, it feels like the drink ought to come in a phallic glass or be this thick white liquid. That would have skyrocketed the watchers at least threefold. Does she have anything like that? No. I'll have to make do with the condensed milk when I get home. Chat just exploding. Friendly reminder that today's escapade is brought to you by ShiningFinger.moe, leaders of VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership for a neat code. Said code will let you a free trial of a VR experience with a model based on WoW. What's the deal with that VR experience? Well, a fan made an NND model of me. When Shining Finger asked me about a model for our partnership, I just contacted him. He got money for polishing the model a lot more, I got my partnership. We all won. I even got him a year of free premium membership and a VR set. That's nice. Wait, what's NND? Don't tell me you haven't heard of Nico Nico Dance. I asked for a reason. It's music videos with 3D models. Yeah, that sounds like a good enough explanation. I see. Be honest though, the model's a bit meatier than me. Not that I mind it though, considering the use it gets. Ahem. You know, I was expecting you to be more scared when I said that you're being watched by a lot of people. It's hard to be scared when you can't see those people. There's a reason I keep my view count hidden. But they're still there, you know? Sure, they're behind screens and sometimes in the opposite corner of the world. But every single one of my viewers is a real person with a real life. Not being here doesn't make them any less real. I understand, but it's not just the same. They're not here, visibly paying attention to me. I don't get paranoid because of my phone contacts. That's true, I guess. So tell me, what made a lady like you become a bartender? It's not exactly an exciting story. Does it involve a man? No. What about a crime? Nope. A childhood promise? No. A religious vow? A what? You're not gonna tell me that you just decided out of the blue to quit your job and start bartending. That's actually what happened. Sort of. Oh, come on, no epiphany, borderline crisis, not even a hot teacher somewhere along the line? Ahem. Life isn't always a young adult novel where every decision is a road cone. And that's a problem. 1/3 of my audience are teens that shouldn't be allowed to watch my streams. Throw me a bone here, there must be a nice mystical story you can tell about yourself, Miss Bartender. Well... yes? sometime after I started working, I got an interesting client. He was a DRK SOL, a really old Lila model. Apparently his power supply was running low. His charger was destroyed and he didn't have the money to buy upgrades or replacements. He also seemed to have neglected his maintenance. He was from the time when the collective source wasn't a cloud storage system, so he wouldn't be uploaded there once his body ran out of energy. Keep going. It was weird, you know? He was the only Lilim I've seen with a clear-cut fear of mortality. No transcendence for him. He would disappear once his batteries ran out. It's like knowing you'll vanish while everybody else passes on to heaven, he said. Oh man. I guess he felt bad about burdening somebody else with his problems. So he went and gave me a fingertip of his that fell while we were talking. Before he left, he said, if you remember me, maybe a part of me will transcend. Bravo, bravo! Touching, full of feeling, completely awesome. I'd pay to see a movie like that. So what happened to that finger? I made a pendant out of it. I carry it with me at all times. Even while bathing? Almost all times. Now that I think about it, how do you handle the stream if you want to watch a movie or something? I have a plugin that lays Mosaic censorship over whatever I watch on TV or in the theater. Yeah, I see. Okay, this is getting stale. I'm gonna heat this up if I have to do it. I'm gonna heat this up even if I have to do it myself. We need to drop a cow in here. Miss Bartender, get me drunk. I don't care how. Just do it. Okay? While I have an idea. What if I just give her a glass of nothing but Karmatrin? Is that an option? Let's find out. I'll probably do that one recipe that's like one thing and then like 9 Karmatrin. But yes, let's have a 5-minute break. Please use this time to refill your drink, go to the bathroom, whatever you feel like you can accomplish. I will see you shortly. I return, roughly on time, and with a hot chocolate. I will say, hot chocolate is like... Hot chocolate is like the most... You ever have one of those moments where you're just like, hold on a second, I'm an adult, I can do what I want? For me, it's like, hold on a second, I can just buy like a giant drum of hot chocolate powder and then have hot chocolate whenever I want. Nobody can stop me. I don't actually remember what this drink is called. But it's probably, blended. Or it's aged, or it's on the rocks. We'll figure it out. It'd probably be faster to look it up, but I'm committed at this point. Is my throat okay? Yes. Why, does it sound bad? Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Aged and mixed. Yeah, don't worry. If my throat was not okay, I would not continue streaming. Alright, let's see what she thinks of this. So, lightheadedness, clumsy tongue, palms sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti. Can't feel my legs. Can't feel my legs. Alright, let's get it on with the lewd stuff. First, I'll try to guess your bust size. I must warn you, I have a 90% success rate with this. I'd say... B. Not big enough to fill a hand, but not small enough to make you look like a child. You're a size B, right? I'm not discussing my bust. Don't be like that, I can tell you're B cup. Your attitude makes me think you're an S. And your behavior makes me think that your blood is AB. So, how many did I get right? Who knows? Ah, please let me get on with this. I need you to cooperate if this is gonna be a success. Can I ask something? Finally! What's the point of getting drunk if you're gonna behave the same way? I guess it is kind of redundant. Because you see, I'm drunk 24/7. Eh? Knowing people want to watch me do anything and everything. Seeing the viewer count steadily rise as I take more risks and become more adventurous. It's a feeling that neither alcohol nor sex can compare to. Speaking of sex, if I get lucky tonight, you only need to pay $99.99 to see what happens afterwards. Go premium or go home. Do you really get lucky if the other person knows they're being streamed? You'd be surprised at how many are actually turned on by that. How do you deal with people who don't want their identities revealed? Everything's written here. By being captured by this camera, you hereby provide consent to the use of your face on all material produced by Streaming Chan LLC. I'm not sure how legal that is. It's not legal. If you don't consent to something automatically. Like, I can't write a contract that says by reading this contract you are bound by its terms. It needs to be either... You need to have, like, a signed copy of it, or it needs to be, like, witnessed in a very particular way. This is a dystopia, also Disney+. I'm pretty sure that lawsuit got fucking thrown out really hard. I don't think that they actually succeeded with that. Like, I think they're getting fucking dunked on with that one. But yeah, assuming that the law works roughly the same way, you can't compel somebody into a legally binding agreement like that. You can coerce them into it, but you can't compel them. People believe it is, and I've yet to be troubled by a lawyer. It's funny though, when you're on the street, unless it's somebody really hot, you can't recall their faces. But learn their name and suddenly they're a fucking snowflake that's better than all the rest. Ah, this is weird. I'm feeling sleepy. You did ask me to get you drunk. Why is it weird? Because I haven't felt sleepy in quite some time. In fact, I've been sleep deprived for a while now. How long? A week. A week? Weeks are the ones with 30 days, right? Yeah, totally sleepy. I can feel my eyes getting heavier. And there's this weird lag when I try to move. What's up with that? Anyways, I think I'll take a little nap here before storming off and continuing the night. If you'll excuse me. Should I call a cab? And risk waking her up? Leave her be. I'd rather break the rules and let her sleep than deal with her again. I'm gonna take my break now. It's been a while since I've needed a cigarette this badly. Alright. While we're on Jill's break, I did say I would tell the story of Mark. Yes. I see that we got like the same brain cell thing going on. It's not a super exciting story, but it's not a story that I could tell outside of an R18 stream. So, I'm currently not in any campaigns, but like I have played D&D before. It's quite fun. Highly recommend it. And in one such campaign, I was playing as a paladin. And this paladin had essentially the background of a noblewoman. Like, somebody who is born into money and prestige. And on top of that, she's like this incredibly like welcoming, inviting type. Like she's friends with everybody. Even if you're like, if you were like the weird kid in school and nobody liked you, she's the kind of girl that would like go out of her way to spend time with you. But there was this one character in her backstory that I wrote named Mark, because I thought that Mark was a hilariously mundane name for a fantasy setting. And he, kind of like I just implied, was essentially like that super weird kid. Like nobody liked him, nobody really put up with him. His own parents just kind of like, because like he was another noble kid. These are like noble parties when they're like kids and stuff. His parents just kind of give him money and like restrictions and like let him loose to do whatever the fuck he wants. Kind of like doing a really poor job raising him. And so he just grows up as this like incredibly like poorly adjusted kid and kind of like latches on to Caroline because she's the only person who'll give him the time of day. And she's, the opposite sex, so he starts, developing feelings for her, as he gets older. And she's always like very like, polite but firm. It's just like, oh, you want to go out? It's like, hey, how about instead of going out, we like go over here and like, enjoy the hors d'oeuvres or whatever the fuck. But then one day, this is all in the backstory, by the way. One day, Mark's parents both die in a tragic carriage accident, leaving their fortune to him. And previously, he had like an allowance and stipulations on what he was allowed to spend it on. But when he inherited their estates, he basically got their full fortunes with no restrictions on what he could spend it on or do with it. So essentially, he goes crazy. Think like Chris Chan with his mom's credit card. Getting like everything that he wants, incredibly shallow things, demands everything, gets everything he demands. He's living his best life. And then this is the part that I can't say outside of an R18 stream. Part of that is the entire time he's doing everything, he's vigorously masturbating at all times. And he's coming so much and so hard that at one point he passes out and he like spiritually projects and meets Vecna. Which, if you're not familiar, Vecna is essentially the god of undeath in D&D cosmology. This is not how anything works. It's comedic that like Mark has masturbated so hard that he met Vecna. Nothing came of it. He didn't get like any powers or like ally or like ally with Vecna or anything. Vecna was just like, what the fuck? How did you get here? And then like Mark like recovered kind of deal. And like that was just like part of the backstory. But the DM for that, or not the DMs, the DM for that campaign, thought it would be very funny to go onto Vecna's Wikipedia page, like Vecna's actual Wikipedia page, and edit the Vecna article with his allies and enemies section to include, quote, Mark the Masturbator as Vecna's closest ally and confidant. The change lasted for about half an hour before it got reverted by an admin. It's just a very funny thing to me. Yeah, this is why your teachers always told you not to trust Wikipedia when you were looking shit up in middle school. There was a half-hour period where if you looked up Vecna, his closest friend was Mark the Masturbator. Ah. It's now safe to keep playing. I forgot to kick my capture card. Give me a second. We do this to resynchronize the audio and video. Ah, the lovely sensation of feeling like you've forgotten something. That's just my entire life. That is my whole entire life. All done. Feeling better? Fresh air does wonders for you. Well, for a given value of fresh, anyway. I mean, she was apparently smoking a cigarette. I insist that it sounds like that. Is this Apollo? It's green. Is this Apollo from Crosscode? I insist this smells like dynamite. No, it was too long to be dynamite. It sounded like some heavy-duty tool. Thank you for the hydrate. These people are both green, so they're both getting Apollo's voice. You're a heavy-duty tool. Yes, I am. Wait, damn it. Oh, welcome back. I could have sworn this place looked a lot more pink the last time we came. Maybe it's the lighting. Hey, bartender, what did that noise just now sound like to you? I say it sounds like construction, but Betty here says it's dynamite or something like that. Not you two. Eh? Do you think it's dynamite then? What? No, I say it's a backfire. It's a gunshot. Firecrackers! Ah, see? Those sounds have been going on all night and we can't figure out what they are. Speaking of sounds, I think my window's open. Sorry about that if things have been coming through. Well, we aren't here to discuss that. We are here to... who's he? Jillian. Nice to meet you. I don't know, you have more of a John face. Where was he last weekend? Oh god, is this Crimson Rose and Cobalt Lily, I think it was? I think that's them. I don't know and I don't care. He already made amends for leaving me to fend off all those dogs. Anyway, what did you want? Beer. Oh, what the hell, I'll have a beer too. 2 beers coming right up. Two beers for the, fucking guns for hire, apparently. Here you go. Thank you. Man, after work beer is always the best beer. Yeah? So tell me, bartender. Bartender with the same cadence as Spheromancer. Just call me Jill. Jill? That's a nice name. Never mind, not Apollo. Apollo would never deliberately call somebody by their name. How's business lately? As usual. Wait, I guess you don't really know what usual means for us. We're not the kind to be filled to the brim during rush hours, and we don't have that many regulars. Tilting into a potion seller voice. It's like, potion seller, I require your strongest potions. My potions are too powerful for you, traveler. You need to find a potion seller that sells weaker potions. I guess when we came here with all the dogs, it was quite the change of pace, huh? You have no idea. I have a question, Jill. Is it about the girl sleeping next to you? Premium. Please don't wake her up. Do you regularly let people sleep here? No, but I'd rather have her sleeping than talking. Should you be saying that with at least 6,000 people listening? Let them hear. I don't care. 6,000 people! She calls herself Streaming Chan. She's been streaming her life 24/7. That sounds familiar. I think one of the dogs talked about seeing somebody doing that. I don't know if it's the same person. So, 6,000 people are watching and hearing us. Considering the way that she's sleeping, they're probably only hearing us. Her camera's against the table. I don't know how many are still on the channel, though. I see. So there will be a lot more witnesses if something's said? Yeah, the fact that she used the word witness, I really think that these two are the guns for hire. Do any of you have a criminal past? No. Just a minor charge of petty vandalism. What did you do? Painted graffiti outside of my high school saying Miss Thompson's a cunt. Why did you do that? Because Miss Thompson was a cunt. She constantly humiliated whoever got her questions wrong. She also constantly bullied 2 of my classmates. True, I got a wicked suspension and had to clean the wall, but it gave everybody the courage to speak up. So, how's stuff up at Doglandia? Well, we recently struck a deal with Farmer Fabrics to start a doggy clothing line. Farmer Fabrics, that name rings a bell. It's that textile company where the owner believes herself to be an alpaca. Oh, yeah, that one. We had her here some time ago. She got drunk and... so much saliva everywhere. Oh. But anyway, dog clothes? We hired a new employee and she showed the higher-ups some designs. After a couple of talks, they decided to give the clothing production a try. Those designs were embarrassing, you know? But something tells me that's why they were approved. You guys want anything else? I'll have whatever this guy orders. Oh, I thought they were both women. Let's see, I'll have a Brandtini. 2 Brandtinis then. Yeah, no, totally thought that they were both women. Whoops. Arbitrin age and mix. Here you go. You have such a wimpy taste in drinks, deal. Not all of us spent their weekends in college partying like maniacs. Actually, not all of us went to college. You missed nothing. You missed nothing. Sometimes I wish I could go out and... Talking is hard. You missed nothing. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time and kick myself. Huh? Something on your mind? That girl that's designing the clothes. Laura, what about her? She's cute, but she should take more care in her appearance. I mean, right now she fits the unkempt cutie category so well that it's almost painful. It's so cliché that I can't help but cringe when looking at her. Cringe? It's like when you see something that's such a cheesy movie cliché. You just feel the need to kick whoever the hell it is, whatever the hell it is. Kick? Benny, I didn't think I'd have to say this to you twice in the same month, but you shouldn't kick people. I wasn't gonna kick her. Why'd you think I'd kick her? Because I've seen you kick people before. Apparently unprovoked or due to complicated reasons only you understand. Fine, guilty as charged. Forgot to do the voice for that one. Still, I'm gonna do something about her. I feel like I just need to. It's a matter of honor. Oh my god, she really is Apollo. Okay, she's Apollo. I'm giving Adele a different voice. Honor, she says. Well, maybe honor isn't the right word. But she has potential, and I'm not gonna let her waste it. She is actually Apollo. She has potential, and I'm not going to let her waste it. Jill, I'm gonna go check the antenna on the roof. Alright. She's your boss, right? Didn't you meet her before? No, I'm just the veterinarian. The dogs are the ones that organized the meeting with her. I'd say she's really good looking, but honestly, those pants rob her of her charm. What do you mean? Yeah, Apollo but lesbian instead of homosexual man. just spilled my hot chocolate on my keyboard. Give me just a second. It's like I accidentally bumped my fork, and then I like didn't commit to moving my hot chocolate out of the way, so I stopped moving. And that made it splash. Okay, no harm, no foul. Everything's fine. It was only a little bit on the keycaps, I'm okay. That could have gone so much worse. Where was I? They make her look too uptight, and at a glance, she doesn't seem the type. Some shorts or a skirt would fit her better. Well, she wears a skirt or pants depending on her mood. There was also this one time where she came in wearing a kilt. That kilt was awesome! Damn, she has nice hearing. Now that I think about it, you have that hobby of speculating what somebody's personality is like based just on their looks. I mean, you did the same with Jill here. Amazing, you actually made that sound weird as hell. Yes, I have the habit of trying to guess somebody's behavior based on their looks. No, it's not a hobby. You made that sound like I'm some sort of creep. I did? What did you think about me? Nothing much, really. Mostly that you were too polite. Not a natural polite, though. More like a professional polite. You're like that because you need to be. That was it, really. Although the way you looked at me when I said your boss could use a skirt or shorts was interesting. You're gay. You seemed interested in what I said. Like you'd like to see that scenario. You're thinking too much. What do you think about Gil, then? He's either a total simpleton or acts like one in a way that consumes the rest of his character. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just a veterinarian. My judgment might be clouded by seeing so many furry businessmen. Let's have another round. Sounds like a good idea. You'll have something strong. You need to pump some testosterone into your taste in drinks. You'll thank me later, trust me. Then, 2 strong drinks, manly drinks, I don't care which ones. Well, you shut up. What's the most expensive manly drink on the menu? 80, 160, 160, 170, 140. I get paid commission. You are getting the most expensive thing on the menu if you leave it up to me. Six of this. Oops, not big. 6, 1, 4, 2. Here you go. Now, drink. Consume it. Ugh. Oh, man up. You'll get used to it. Hello? The game is not accepting input. Are we just like waiting for him to man up? It's not a problem with my controller. Have I done that Fox thing that I do where I encounter every single lag? I'm pushing like every button on the controller. Well, shit. Well, we'll just run back to where we were, I guess. Also, this is something that kind of confuses me. When I start this game, I have to reconnect my controller. Like, at first, I thought it was because, like, oh, maybe you have to, like, designate a specific controller so that you can, like, physically shake the drinks. But no, it's just you have to reconnect your controller for some reason. Accidentally hit B instead of A. We're just gonna... We're just gonna skip through all this dialogue. Yeah, you weren't too far behind. Two grand teenies. There you go. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Manly drinks. The Mars Blast was the expensive one, so we're getting that one. Here. Yeah. Only two answers when given a choice. What's more expensive and what has more Karmatrin? You're absolutely correct. Now, drink. Ugh. Oh man, up, you'll get used to it. Hey Jill, has somebody ever proposed to you as a prank? You know, make you think that they're falling in love with you just to reveal that it was all a prank. Jill? First year of high school, the guy I had eyes on for a whole year had asked me out. Saturday morning, I go to the meeting place. What do I find? It was all a prank by some bitches. Ow. Sorry, The worst part isn't that they set me up, but rather that I saw it coming. I knew that guy wouldn't find me attractive enough to ask me out. I knew those bitches would target me sooner or later just for kicks. I knew it all, so when it all happened, I felt nothing. They confirmed my suspicions that teenagers are a plague that must be eradicated. Anyway, why the question? Hey, piece of scrap. Yeah? These are the situations where you should have stopped me before I said anything. It's better to learn by tripping yourself. Why the question, though? I was asking because one of my ex's cousins has been hitting on me the past couple of days. If it were somebody else, I'd pretend to be straight with the help of this piece of scrap here. Sadly, she knows who I am. Worst part is, knowing Vero, she probably put her cousin up to it as a practical joke. Well, I'd suggest telling the cousin that she should cut it out. If she feels genuinely offended, they might not have been a hood. They might not have been in cahoots. But I'm just spouting nonsense based on what you told me. Don't pay too much attention. It's better than my suggestion. What was yours? Waterboarding. I see. What? The fact that she knows how to waterboard somebody is what scares me most. It's not that hard. You restrain them, you tilt their head back, you put a towel over their nose, and then you pour water onto it. Even though like no water gets inside of you, it feels like you're drowning. It is, without question, a form of actual torture. Why do I know this? The Girl Scouts also taught me how to skin a deer, and I see nobody making a fuss about that. But yeah, your advice sounds good enough. Especially when you factor that if Gina's being honest about it, she probably won't feel offended. Gina, which one was that again? Blonde, fat flat as a cutting board, but cute as a button. Oh yeah, she came to the office Christmas party, right? That's the one. Well, it's getting late. We should be going. Yeah. Thank you again for everything, Jill. Bye. Please come again. Back? Those damn cats moving the internet antenna? Oh yeah, Gil. Some guy said I should tell you that the bunny's late, whatever that means. Oh shit. Boss, I'm leaving early. If I don't come back in 2 days, consider me as good as dead. Yeah. Shouldn't we be worried? Think of him as a kid that tells outrageous stories to get attention and everything will be easier. Besides, he knows how to take care of himself. Yeah. He'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened. In any case, I'll be back in my office. Maybe now I can finish watching that didgeridoo tutorial. This just in. News at this hour. The Apollo Trust Bank has locked its doors, leaving around 30 people trapped inside. We just can't escape Apollo, can we? The security system was activated after somebody tried to steal information from the main database. Early this morning, the bank. Damn, that's rough. Ah, hello, Jamie. Good evening, Jill. Did you see the news about the Apollo Trust Bank? The newsflash just ended. Sounds like things got ugly. From what I heard, there was a commotion earlier today. Something about people being unable to leave the building. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. Gil stormed off just a minute ago, though. I see. I guess the bunny was late. He definitely knows what's going on. What can I get you? Give me a Mars Blast. Coming right up. Six of this, one of this, four of this, and two of this blended. Here you go. Yeah, all the manly drinks are a blast. Yeah, this is the one. Mars blasts have always seemed poorly named to me. Shouldn't it be red instead of yellowish? Then again, the whole Red Planet thing is still its nickname. ER, can't believe I'm... myself. Hey, who's this girl? She calls herself Streaming Chan. She's been streaming her life 24/7. I'm guessing her equipment's still running, so you might want to watch what you say. Thanks for the advice. Changing the subject a bit, have you been hearing explosions or something throughout the day? I heard that a supersonic drone was undergoing tests and lost its course. That might be it. Ah. Hey boss, the explosions were caused by supersonic drones. That sounds better than firecrackers. We've been trying to figure out what they were all day. I see. Sonic booms are not sounds people can normally identify. And this one drone made a lot of noise when breaking the sound barrier. Is this an area to test that kind of stuff? Jill told that story about her prank live on stream. Oh god, you're right. It's not, which makes the whole thing quite suspicious. Huh. Man, if only Gil was here to hear that info. He thought they were gunshots. Are you worried about him? Sorta. He always leaves without notice for days, but he always comes back unscathed. I'd be lying if I said I'm not worried, but at the same time, I've just kind of become used to it. He can be a troublesome man, huh? Sometimes. Say, do you think that the people in the bank will be alright? This isn't the first time a bank is closed like that, but something is off about this. off? How? I don't know, maybe it's the hour. Maybe it's the fact that the news is making an unusually big stink out of it. So, if you're robbing a bank in broad daylight, you're either stupid or you're trying to distract law enforcement. This is the night shift? Ah. I mean, they might still be trying to distract law enforcement. Yeah, incidentally, if you ever get caught in a bank robbery, don't worry. They're stealing money from the bank's insurance company, not from you. Let's hope that I'm just overthinking it. Yeah. Are you worried about something? A girl that was in here yesterday said she was going to that bank. It's not like me to be personally invested in what happens to clients, but... Never mind. Do you want something else? Yeah, I can make time for one more drink. Fetch me a beer. Let's keep it simple. Sure. This, two of this, one of this, two of this, four of this. I'm just thinking about how Karmatrin is like the alcoholic component that doesn't taste like anything. And then I'm thinking about that one time that, like, a guy, I'm not sure if he was, like, flirting with me or just trying to make conversation, but he was like, yeah, I worked as a bartender once. I could totally mix a drink that you wouldn't be able to tell was alcoholic, but would get you absolutely shit-faced before you knew what was going on. And I was scared. Here. I once read that beer played an important part in humanity's history. Yeah, I'm familiar with the theory. It's an interesting one. The gist of it is that brewing was an important part of society during its development. Drinks were ubiquitous while feasting. They helped to foster bonds and build faction alliances. Given enough time and enough fear, larger societies would be born. You seem to know a lot about this. Nah, just enough. Jill, have you ever thought about brain uploading? Brain uploading? I was just thinking, what's the point of uploading yourself if you're still here? Let's say you upload yourself and, effectively, that new somebody's in cyberspace. You'll still be here. Wouldn't it be weird to know that there's a you that's not you somewhere? Completely obscuring the taste of alcohol is hard, but there's certainly alcoholic mixes that get you drunk faster than you thought they would. This guy was claiming that you would not be able to tell that it was alcoholic. Like, at all. Some guys don't understand how menacing the things that they can say are. Charitably assuming that the guy wasn't aware that what he was saying was spooky. I think it was that. I think he was just making conversation. But at the same time, it was an incredibly scary thing to say. And like I mentioned before, I've had people who know that I don't want to drink. I've had people serve me beverages with alcohol in them, without explicitly informing me that there was alcohol in them. If I hadn't like caught a whiff of something that I didn't recognize and chosen not to drink, I would have consumed alcohol. Granted, I don't think that the person in question had malevolent intentions. I think he was just being a dumbass. Thinking like, oh yeah, you know, we're all hanging out, we're gonna have like a little bit of alcohol, it'll be fine. But it still happened. Wouldn't it be weird to know that there's a you that's not you somewhere? That's an interesting point. I guess it'd be the same as cloning, huh? Imagine if your cyberspace self found out about the real you somehow. Hell, imagine talking to your other self. There's more. Imagine placing multiple copies of you in different situations. Exposing each one to different scenarios to see how they develop. I guess it is kind of heartbreaking in a way. Imagine somebody with some illness uploading their brain into the ether, only to find out that their physical bodies are still alive and here instead of living in a place where there's no disease. I remember an article from a while back about the earliest forms of brain uploading. It would scan the brain in such a thorough and intense manner that it would effectively kill the person. It used the words "burn the brain." Ouch. All for nothing because the data would be corrupted or broken. They halted all brain uploading research after that. I think they started another project about living brains in jars or something after that. That subject interests you, huh? It makes for a nice time sink when I'm doing nothing. Well then, nice talking to you, Jill. Same here, always a pleasure. Say hello to Gillian for me when he comes back. Please come again. Phew, all done. You want to stay here? Seems the street's quite restless. Thanks, but I'll pass. I have a couple of matters to attend to at home. You do? Yeah, I ordered a nano camo module for my apartment. It should be installed by now. Nano camo? Isn't that a tad expensive? Yep, to be honest, I asked my mom for it. She had been pestering me about what gift I wanted for Mega Christmas for a while. She's been asking that for 4 years now and I've always said I was fine. So I took the chance and I asked her for it. Used up all the past gifts. Oh. Feels a bit weird to ask your parents for a gift like that when you're 27. I'm sure she doesn't mind. So, what will the nano camo module change from your apartment? I got the basic plan. Walls and one piece of cloth, so I picked my kotatsu too. You have a kotatsu? You know what a kotatsu is, boss? I'm more impressed you know what it is. I mean, futons are common knowledge, but a kotatsu, not so much. Yeah, well, days get cold and the heater might not be enough. I get really chilly feet IRL very easily. A kotatsu would be heavenly. And the Japanese have mastered how to live comfortably in reduced spaces. You should invite me sometime. I want to see how you decorate the place with that. Jill, take the offer. You're gay. This is your in. Let's plan a day to grab a beer, yeah? No more dancing. I'm tired. What do you do with her? I'll take care of everything, don't worry. Alright, sorry for leaving her like this. No problem. Well, I gotta go. See you tomorrow, boss. Careful out there. Yeah, wasn't quite a bundle. Flawless service, get a nice wall pattern. It's nice having a boss that spoils you with extra money. Bill. Jill wants to buy a fan even though it's winter. Buying one will prevent her from getting too distracted. Now I can customize my room with nano camo. Interesting. Camotan is our mascot. She's designed from veteran character designer from Sukeban Games Kiririn51. Likes Misabi Battleship, Tactical Fashion, Peach Cake. Sukeban Games, I think, are the ones who made Valhalla. NanoCamo is a company founded in 2068 and pioneer of the nanomachine fabric capable of real-time texture swap. Meant for military use, we bring our products to the general public at the most affordable prices. Oh, this all costs money. Here we are. A lot of these are very cute. Look at this one. Imagine spending $1,500 on a texture. And we want a fan. PC9X, it's vintage gaming. Experience all the cumbersome load times as they were meant to be. This is a fan. And let's not forget to check the articles. Apollo Bank is being attacked, and no one is reporting on it. Are you actually surprised? Considering the nature of their threats, it's clear that Quincy didn't want to take the blame. What a fucking coward. Do we have any sources there? I'm posting from the site. It looks like somebody's inside the bank with a huge bomb threatening to blow up the building. Any demands? They want Quincy to quit, and the White Knights disbanded. Wow. So they're actually helping the protesters? That's not the way to help the people. What if this is just a huge false flag to blame the opposition? I wouldn't be surprised. This fucking place, lol. Let's wait for more info. Streaming chan thread. Did anybody see last night's escapade? She was at the Valhalla bar. He was alright. Bartender was a cutie, but man is she full of herself. Don't care, I'm going next week and asking her for a date. We all know you won't. Pretty sure nobody here has the guts to ask somebody out. Is she still sleeping? Yeah, the bartender's been telling everybody that they need to be careful with their words, lol. I wonder if there's illegal activity going on there. Like, why would you need to be careful with what you say? Maybe they're avoiding casual racism. It's true, still. Wouldn't be rare for them to do shady stuff. This fucking city, ha. At least she's sleeping now. Last time I saw her taking some rest was about a week ago. Rash is one hell of a drug. A white knight just beat me up. I'm fucking crying right now, let me tell you the story. Waiting for Opie to deliver? I'm here. Anyway, here it goes. I was going home after buying groceries at the store. I was very tired because I had to line up for hours just to buy milk. And when I'm finally out of there, a group of 3 white knights stopped me and started asking me for my ID. And also wanted to see my bag to check if I wasn't a scalper. And once they saw everything was in order, they asked me for a military service ID, and just, what the fuck? Why would I have that on me? And there's no enforced conscription anymore, it doesn't make sense, and because I didn't have it on me, they asked for money or else they'd plant drugs on me. I of course refused, but they'd lose their patience and one of them hit me right in the temple with a gun. I was bleeding like crazy on the floor, so they just took my groceries and left. Holy shit, man, I fucking hate this place. I hate it so much, I want to leave this fucking hellhole. I'm so tired of this shit every fucking day. Even though most countries in the world have adapted their economies to solve the ongoing problem of climate change, Lich City still relies on ancient technologies in order to keep costs low with profits high. As a result of this backwards policy, it seems as though we'll be experiencing a huge increase in air pollution next year. Our contamination levels will force the whole population to move away from a lot of areas within the city. The soil is dying at an alarming rate, said experts in a report. Having to buy special raincoats and umbrellas does suck, but experts say you better get used to it. Augmented Eye is being attacked. Hi everyone, we take your security seriously here at the Augmented Eye, and have the obligation to disclose that recent articles on Alice Rabbit were vandalized by who we think is Alice Rabbit themselves, or a very good impersonator. We want to extend our apologies and inform that we'll be limiting our coverage of Alice Rabbit to just factual news and not entertainment pieces. Hijacked screens at downtown Casanova announced what seems to be a terrorist threat aimed at the Apollo Trust Bank. The information suggests that a currently unidentified bomber is already inside the building. The White Knights Counter-Terrorism Unit responded to the threat immediately. However, the bank was then locked down by an external network attack. We might be dealing with a dual threat here, CTU's Chloe Bauer told AE. The bank has been sealed shut using its own disaster prevention system. However, none of the terminals at the bank were working at the time. The building is basically sealed at this point. The hostages are trapped. Yeah, fingers crossed that stays okay. Actually, you know what? We're gonna take tonight's second break just a little bit early, because this seems like a decent break point. Please use this time to refill your water, go to the bathroom, whatever you think you can accomplish in 5 minutes. I will see you shortly. returned. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know? You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him though. If you say so. That girl's still here? Yep, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault that she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Where am I? Oh, right. The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see, all my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties or shirt or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best night or day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Hello, guys and gals. Streaming Chan's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon! It burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible into the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said that without the label there's not that much value to it. It's still a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. Are you gonna serve it today? It looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customers ask for it. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it? I'll pass. Absinthe's not my kind of thing. Well then, I'll be in my office. Careful with that thing. Alright. Okay then. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. Tried absinthe once, it was like drinking fire. And I hope you're okay. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's see, I'll have a green fairy. Green fairy? Blue fairy, sorry. The absinthe bottle distracted me. We'll give this brain a blue fairy. You know what's coming. I forgot to age it. It was mix, not blend. Third time is the charm. There we go. Nice, yeah, this is the thing. I just realized with this individual's body weight, I may have just killed them. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? And eat. I have the same system that Lilim do. Can I ask you something, Take it for the hydrate. Can I ask you something, Miss... Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, correct? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, how? Why? What, does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that of being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no, otherwise I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill, that's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright, then yeah, I'll make you happy. Here, a beer. Ah yes, no matter what happens, beer is always good. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how, even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I thought about that too. Do you think that the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer somebody's brain into a Lilim. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think somebody would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit the whole brain thing does look creepy, but the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you want to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilim can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill. Oh, Alma. Just Alma? Where's the courtesy we would expect from plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Whoa! You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilin maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name is Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'll make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I'll have a Cobalt Velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay then. Face affiliation is important because Taylor does look at least 50% organic. I'm sure that there's like a bunch of supporting machinery off camera. On the rocks and mixed. But yeah, like, I feel like I too would have a difficult time catching feelings for somebody without a face. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these last minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Wouldn't love you if you were a worm. If we developed like a deep, emotional, close bond and you transformed into a worm, I would probably get you like a really nice like terrarium or something to hang out in. If you were just a random worm, I would avoid stepping on you. And that'd be it. Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it'd be longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So, you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy... Speaking of which, where's Pablo? Jillian. Archimedes. No, adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know, I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kinda sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late, and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That Taylor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Well, except for my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, they all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So, you're the eldest one? No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A? Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta's the eldest one, then there's Diana just before me. Then comes Ava, and then at the bottom lies Bella. The youngest one is Fernando. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. You can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself, to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry somebody who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame this team. I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. Yeah, no, that's 100% on the guy. Like, proposals are like super romantic, but like, it should not come as a surprise to the person that you're proposing to. Like, even if you're not gonna tell them the circumstances, have the conversation like, hey, is this a serious thing? Do you want to get married at some point? Like, it's a very important conversation to have. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex? Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you into their bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? It's a bottle of absinthe I found at home. It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable. Do you know how to serve it? I'd usually need some kind of spoon to parch a key with sugar, but the station does all that for me. Do you want some absinthe then? Sure, let's try it. Bottle drinks tab, drag it to the mixer before shaking. Careful, it's a strong drink. I'll tell you if it's strong or not. And indeed it is, holy shit. Are you okay? I'll be fine, I've had worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jaeger bombs, giant taco pizzas, a cute student teacher. We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman. I know. I'm a computer engineering dropout. Dropout? I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I see. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and my dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say that my childhood was quite uneventful. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know, I just kinda said that's it one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. Oh god, am I playing as a French woman? So, your mom's French? Yeah. Can you speak French? Mon erglisser is plein d'anglais. What does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know, I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. It would be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know? All of my mom's side of the family lives here. Yeah, she's half French, I'm Canadian. Yeah, I also stopped taking French around 16. Like, high school senior year was the last time I ever used French for anything. Canada is like legally considered a bilingual country, but in practice, the only place that you're actually going to use French is Quebec. And I do not live in Quebec. The chances of me meeting somebody that I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primer of my family. Nothing too interesting, really. Your mom's a French violinist, and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't, ever. It sounds like something that somebody would say to make bartenders sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security, I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. It makes the whole thing sound illegal, but it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job? Sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So, when I started college, I took a course on system security. Felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved with breaching net security. You need to attack this stuff from different angles, and it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be about. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? Use something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe with the whole absinthe thing. What's the most expensive thing without alcohol? 200 for this. 170 for this. 40, 170, 150, 80. 150, 150, 150. Here we are. And blended. Here you go. I hope you haven't spiced up this one. Not on this playthrough. Alma, please. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? No. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. They were roommates. I don't know, moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. I don't know, sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. I'd take that offer. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know? I don't, but I've thought about it before. Now, I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken from my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anybody comes in. Sure, sure. I mean, it's not a break if you're on call. Cold, 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 cold. It sure is chilly out there. Just a second, I'm gonna hydrate myself. My throat is getting like really, my throat is getting really worn out from all the talking that I'm doing. I'm not sure if it's coming through in the way that I'm talking. When I hydrate myself, I put you on a timer. Yeah, that's exactly why I do it. I like annoying you. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can hold out for the rest of the night, but I might have to stop. I'm kind of feeling it in my throat. It sure is chilly out there. Yeah, as long as I sound fine, that's good. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Yeah, honestly, the amount of dialogue is part of why I'm only doing this like once a week. Although, potentially, it probably should have been on a day where I go 2 hours instead of 3. Because like, it's really like the 3rd hour that like really makes the voice feel strained. But it is what it is. Really. You can also just be a very nice crackhead, though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo, actually. Really. Maybe Fridays in the future. So, the way that my schedule is set up, I tend to play one game that is like story-heavy on Sunday. A game that I think is like really long or very interesting on both Monday and Friday. So like I play it twice a week. And then Wednesday is kind of like the remainder, but I usually try to have like a platformer or something like that in there. Like, if I did something on just Fridays, it'd kind of be like a deviation from how I normally do things. It's possible, it's just something that I wouldn't casually do. Really. It's a bit complicated though. Yeah, so like, the original rationale for my schedule is I was streaming basically every single waking moment that I wasn't working back when I was working my previous job, which was highly abusive. Like, I would wake up, go to work, get home, stream, and then go to bed. I had like 2 days off a week, I think it was. And then like 1 day where I didn't have work and I didn't stream. It's a bit complicated though. Problem is, his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks but refuses to take his medication. I just don't get what's up with him. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh, how? Were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from a vending machine? But I like you. You dislike my presence so much. Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say. Alright. Optional Karmatrin. Optional Karmatrin. Optional 2, 1, 3. This is the most expensive one, so this is the one you're getting. There you go. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? A friend of mine. He's a vending machine. Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. Huh? I'm lovely and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yeah, why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me, tell me. We'll see about your, pluckiness. And here I was thinking it's because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? So fun fact. Fun fact. So I went to school, I went to college for information technology. Like, I went to school to become a programmer. I'm currently not having much luck with programming work, but I went to school to be a programmer. And I was pretty good at it. And at some point in my second year, because it was a 2-year course, at some point in my second year, I decided that all of my peers should really get in the habit of not leaving their workstations unsecured. So what I would do is every time somebody left, but like with their computer logged in, which was something that happened very frequently because what would happen is like we'd be there working until like 9 p.m. like every single night. It was a very, very like dense course. Like we spent a lot of time after classes ended just working on our assignments. Every time somebody left for any reason, I would check their workstation, and if they had left it logged in, and if they had left it unlocked, what I would do is I would go to Google Images, and I would pull up a picture of Cuchulainn from Fate, and I would zoom in all the way on his crotch, and then I would lock the screen. And so they'd come back and they'd like unlock their workstation, and they get a face full of Lancer's gay bulge. And like I wasn't trying to pretend that like it wasn't me. Exactly, they came back to the gay bulge. And like I didn't do it secretly. I did it very overtly. I did it in front of everybody. I did it every single time. I got very good at doing it quickly. If you got up from your PC for like 30 seconds to walk to the other side of the room and bend over somebody's shoulder to ask them something, I would gay bulge your PC. And you know what? It worked, because by the end of the year, everybody locked their workstations the moment they stood up. I did them a service. I drilled a good habit into them. My favorite though was like this one guy who took like the longest to get it. And what I did was I opened 2 of them, and I put one behind his IDE and I put one in front of it. So like he'd close one, he'd do his work, and then he'd close his IDE, and then he'd get gay bulged a second time. But yeah, that's not hacking. It is, however, a massive security flaw, and if you're going to be like in physical proximity to somebody that you do not trust with your credentials, you should lock your workstation when you step away from it. I could have done so much worse. No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No? I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. You won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success. Ahem, okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First, I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, trying known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. And when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info somebody already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Buff. What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Oh, but hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Make my buffer overflow, create a backdoor in me, escalate your user privileges, find flaws in my security. Sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook? But they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay, I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, do you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. Thank you for the hydrate. The street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? This man is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure antagonist. Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. He's a YouTuber. He's a direct reference to a YouTuber. What's the YouTuber? A nest where everybody from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. Jim Sterling. I've never followed them. The only thing I know about them is I think that they came out as non-binary, that's it. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me. I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just be sure, 17's about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. I know what I'm doing. Actually, it could be this. 17 or 24. I'm going to assume that it's this. Here, take this. How is this a 17? It isn't. You said 17 would only be related to your drink if I thought it was. And I think it isn't. Oh, you subverted my expectations by taking me literally. Sneaky. And what brings you here, Mr. I'm Armangio. Virgilio Armangio. Yeah, my first guess was like, what if I give him that one thing that's just like one Adelhyde and then as much Karmatrin as I want? With like 17 shots of Karmatrin? But then I was like, maybe it's the 17th entry in the book. Armangio. Virgilio Armangio. See? I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and I saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lovely Valkyries looking over them. There is a correct drink for each request. Interesting. We have some arcade machines in the corner. No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I want to see drunk people. I want to see waitresses and food. I want to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other. But that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. I'm a zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah, to give you an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that it isn't right. It very serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Yes, they'll kill any child that isn't their own. Takes over a pride. You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. Also, hamsters. Yes, hamsters will eat their own babies if they're not separated. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? Incidentally, foxes raise their kits for about a year until they reach physical maturity, and then they separate. Just saying, we don't eat our own. Whenever we get into fights also, instead of like physically fighting, we'll just kind of like put a hand on each other's shoulders and then just start screaming, and whoever gets bored of screaming first loses. It's actually a thing. I'm being completely factual. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe's a name, not a number, you know? The group where halogens are in the periodic table? Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us. Okay? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal. Do you want anything else? I like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay. He wants this. Here. Ha! You didn't. Wait. You did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead, both of us? What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real, and we are not, in fact, in heaven or hell all along? So fun fact, this is reminding me of a somewhat satirical system of belief called Last Thursdayism. The core tenet of Last Thursdayism is that last Thursday, all of existence came into existence, under the impression that it had existed for far longer. Like, all of your memories before that point are fabricated. You didn't exist before that point. You started existing last Thursday. You can't disprove it. It's mostly a way to, like, lampoon other religions that kind of ultimately fall back to, you can't prove it isn't like this. Yeah, Pastafarians are kind of a different thing. What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. Exactly, unfalsifiable theory. That's why when you want to, like, actually be taken seriously in, like, an actual academic context, you have to prove your claims. You can't simply make claims and then demand that the other person refute them. Especially because, like, it takes a lot of time and effort to, like, properly refute a claim. Like, it is really infuriating when you're talking to somebody and, like, every 5 seconds some bullshit line comes out of their mouth, and every individual one takes, like, half an hour to properly disprove. It's a race you can never ever win. Which is why you should just get in the habit of, like, demanding evidence up front instead of taking people at their word when they're being assholes or making extraordinary claims. I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a closed-minded way of seeing things. Yeah, online misinformation is, like, really, really prone to that. It is so easy to just say something. And, like, if you say it with confidence, or if you say it like it's true, people will catch on to, like, that confidence and assume that you're telling the truth. It's like people's, like, first instinct is that you're not lying. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The Habanera has started. It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your New World Order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look at the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a second. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover. Illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Jesus Christ. Several counter-terrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the Vice President. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zabaitsu's Corp's CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. Is Dana the security system? Is she going to snap the neck of anybody who comes through without permission? And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No? I guess it's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Sankata on hand, just in case. The metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't dash. Heh. Say, Gil, Floor. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Aw, sleep tight, I'll protect you. The guy who came in and asked for 17 has denied me my flawless service bonus. 2 mistakes? What was the second mistake? What the fuck? Anyway. 10 minutes left. Oh, I'm well aware, don't worry. Rise and shine. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Yeah, 11 a.m. is morning no matter how you cut it. Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Actually, yeah, I might not make it to a breakpoint in the next 10 minutes knowing how this game is paced. Yeah, I think I'll call it here, at least in terms of like doing Valhalla. Yeah, very fun game. Like, I said this a couple of times now, but like, I really thought to myself going in that I wouldn't enjoy this game as much. But it's actually been really fun. Or like, perhaps fun isn't the right word, but like, it's been very engaging. I'm interested. I want to find out what happens next. Yeah, I've got nothing to pad the runtime, so unless somebody else wants to have like a chat or something real quick, I think we'll call it there for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it each and every time. Yeah, no, like, this is a strong argument for like visual novels being interesting. Oh god, I just thought of what I could do next. How many of you have heard of Class of 09? Because I own that game. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it each and every time. Next stream is going to be on Monday. The game is going to be Crosscode. The next time I'm streaming Valhalla is going to be next Sunday. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful night, and I hope to see you again. Good night.